This is question 22 from page 208. Just reading through the question, it says in the flower beetle, black eye is dominant over pearl eye, and brown body is dominant over sooty body. The genes governing these characters are located on different chromosomes. Okay, so we're looking at two different traits here. So it's what we call a dihybrid cross. So di normally means two. We've came across before in relation to sugars. In the question it says a black-eyed, brown-bodied beetle, heterozygous for both genes, was crossed with a beetle with pearl eyes and a sooty body. Describe the genetic constitution of the gametes formed and the genotypes and phenotypes of the progeny producing this cross. So really we're just looking at actually putting together the cross. We'll take our time here, we'll just make sure that we follow the steps and then everything will be okay here. So we're looking at two different traits here. So the first one that we're looking at is eye colour. So it says black eye is dominant over pearl eye. So we have eye colour, and we have black eye is dominant over pearl eye. Now in the question it actually gives us the actual allele for black eye, and it has it down as a capital P. So we have black eye, capital P is dominant over pearl eye, which is going to be small p. Now it might be a bit difficult to distinguish between these, but we'll just make sure that we kind of take our time and make sure that they are as clear as possible. The heterozygous condition then, capital P, small p, because there is dominance there, it's going to be black eye. Okay. The second one then is the actual colour of the body. So we have brown body, which is capital B. So brown body. Sorry, this is our second trait, so this is body colour. So brown body, which is going to be capital B, is dominant over what they call sooty body, which is going to be small b. So capital B, small b. So our homozygous dominant and then homozygous recessive. Our heterozygous condition, in this case then, capital B, lowercase b, there is dominance there, so this is going to be brown body as well. Okay, so we'll just make sure these are nice and clear so we can refer back to them as we progress through the question. So we have eye colour and then body colour. Alright, so in the question we have a black-eyed, brown-bodied beetle. So our phenotype, we have black eyes and then brown bodies. So black and brown. And then we're crossing that in this case here with a beetle with pearl eyes and a sooty body. So pearl eyes, we're looking at small p. We'll get to that in a second. So it's pearl eyes and then a sooty body. Alright, so after our phenotype, the next thing we look at here is our genotype. So our genotype in this case, so it's black and brown. There's two different combinations here for black that it could be. So in the question it tells us that it's heterozygous for both genes. Now remember, the heterozygous is when we have the mixed alleles, so heterozygous for both. So we have capital P, small p, and then brown body again is going to be capital B, small b. So it tells us that in the question whether it's heterozygous or not. The second one then, we have pearl and sooty. So pearl is going to be small p, looking back at our index, and then sooty body is small b. From there, the next thing we need to do is work out our gametes. Now, the thing with this is that it's important we remember that there must be one of each letter in each of the gametes produced. So you can't have two P's being passed on together because it would signify one whole pair of chromosomes is being passed on. It's one chromosome from each pair that's passed into each gamete. So we have to just remember that as we go through here. So the type of gametes we can have a capital P with a capital B. We can have a capital P with a lowercase b. We can have a lowercase p with a capital B. And then we can have a lowercase p with a lowercase b. Now when we're drawing these out, we started out with P's before B's, so we'll stick with P's before B's, but the general kind of rule with this is that the capital letters come first. But if we start with P's first, we'll carry on with P's first. On the other side then we have lowercase p, lowercase b, lowercase b. Now it has to be a P and a B inside each gamete, so the only possible outcome here, the only possible gamete that can be produced is lowercase p, lowercase b. That's all we can have. There is no other outcome with it. From there we can look at our Punnett square. Same as before. We'll draw it out and just make sure that we include everything, and then it's just a case of matching up the gametes and seeing what's going to result. I'm just going to put these ones along the top just to keep it nice and tidy. So we have capital P, capital B. We have capital P, lowercase b. We have lowercase p, capital B, and then finally we have our lowercase p, lowercase b. I'll split these up then just to make sure that they're all separate. Like, always make the effort to keep these neat and tidy, otherwise you will get lost. Our last gamete then to fill in is our lowercase p, lowercase b, and then it's just a case of matching them up as we did before. So p's first of all, capital P, small p, capital B, lowercase b. Then we have capital P, small p, lowercase b, lowercase b. We have small p, capital B, and then lowercase b. And then finally the last one is lowercase pp and then bb. Okay, so there are 4 different outcomes here. All that we have to do then is just refer back to our index and work out our percentages. So we have capital P, small p, capital B, lowercase b, capital P, small p, small b, small b, small p, small p, capital B, small b, and then small p, small p, small b, small b. Okay, each of these is 25%. It's a 1 in 4 chance for all of them. We've 4 outcomes here. So our ratio is 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1, so that's the way it has to be. When we work out then what these actually mean, so we have capital P, small p, so it's going to be black eyes. And then capital B, small b, so is a brown body, black eyes and brown body for the first. Second one then, capital P, small b, so again it's going to be black eyes. And then small b, this one here instead is going to have a sooty body, so it's not exactly the same as the first. Then we have pearl eyes for the third one. And we have capital B, small b, so it's going to be brown body. And then the last one, then we have small p, small p, small b, small b, so it's going to be pearl eyes with a sooty body. So these are our offspring. We have here our genotypes. And then these ones here are obviously our phenotypes. So what we're actually going to see, phenotypes. Okay.